Everybody, welcome back to the Jordan Report, and I am your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, guys, let's talk about the voter fraud in the election coming up. Everybody's worried about this mass balloting, okay? Now, I learned something early on. That is never to second guess Trump, and never to get worried until I see him worried. And he never seemed overly concerned about these ballots, even though he did, voice his concern. There's a lot of fraud going on. And I think I know why now. Let me show you these two stories, and I'm going to show you a local news clip. This dude down here in Florida, wait till you see the local news clip on this guy. Democrat charged with voter fraud after allegedly requesting ballot for his dead wife. Okay, this guy was trying to request a ballot down in Florida for his dead wife. A man was charged with voter fraud Thursday after he allegedly requested a mail ballot for his deceased wife in Manatee County, Florida. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office began investigating 62-year-old Larry Wiggins in September when Manatee County Supervisor of Elections Mike Bennett reported the suspicious ballot request. Bennett said his staff discovered the fraud during a routine check of the voter roll that is done whenever someone requests a ballot. However, the supervisor noted that as soon as they pulled up the file, it showed that she is dead. Officials then compared the handwriting on the ballot request for the suspect's wife with her signature and on file and realized they did not match. Now listen to this, guys. This is very important, and this leads us to the next article. Based on Wiggins' statement and the evidence, investigators developed a probable cause to charge the suspect with requesting vote by mail ballot on behalf of another elector. Okay? Develop probable cause to charge the suspect with requesting vote by mail on behalf of another elector. You cannot use another person's ballot. In Florida, that's against the law. You cannot request a ballot for someone else. That's against the law. Okay? That's what this guy's going down for. Now, this is what's going on in New Jersey. This is what happened here. Most New Jersey mail-in ballots are fraudulent. Okay, now here's a copy of the ballot. It says, I certify, subject to penalties for fraudulent voting, that I am the person who applied for the enclosed ballot. Seal this ballot and certificate in secret. Okay, it says sign here. What you're signing is, you're signing saying you are the person who applied for the ballot. You can't send in a ballot that you didn't apply for. It's against the law. I received, here's a Professor Murray, okay, Sabrin. This is his email. He's talking about this. He said, I received my mail-in ballot. Above is the information a voter must fill in, which includes certifying the statement that I am the person who applied for the enclosed ballot. I did not request a mail-in ballot. In other words, if a voter sends in a mail-in ballot who did not request it, he or she is committing voter fraud. Thus, how will the Attorney General enforce the state's election law? Will the mail-in ballots be quarantined until the election officials certify that voters requested their mail-in ballots? Will someone file a lawsuit? Listen to this, guys. File a lawsuit challenging the results of the election because the mail-in ballots have not been certified? In short, we're headed for a chaotic election, courtesy of Murphy and the other Democrat governors. They will regret their dictatorial actions and will have no one to blame but themselves. What he's saying is when they said they'll file a lawsuit challenging the results of the election because the mail-in has not been certified, or until election officials certify that the voters who sent in the mail-in ballots requested them. That's what Trump and AG Barr will do. That's what he's saying. So Trump will have half this stuff thrown out. It won't be any good. I'm going to show you the local news clip. We're going to get out of here.
You with this gentleman.
Yeah, Stacey. So across Florida right now, people are getting vote by mail applications from outside groups. Larry Wiggins got one. So did his wife, Ursula. What Mr. Wiggins did next landed him in jail.
I heard so much about
ballots being sent in and people just having them found different places.
Larry Wiggins was immediately suspicious of the vote-by-mail request application for his wife, Ursula, mostly because 2 years ago, she died.
I feel like I haven't done anything wrong.
The 62-year-old admits he filled out her application and put it in the mail. Wiggins says he wanted to test Florida's voting system.
I said, well, let me just send it in and see what's going to happen. See if they're going to actually send a ballot for her to vote.
Manatee County elections officials didn't send a ballot. Instead, they sent deputies. Now Wiggins is charged with a third-degree felony for requesting a ballot on behalf of another.
You know, it really maybe hasn't set on me totally.
Is he being used as a cautionary tale to warn others?
It is. If there's nothing else that comes out of this conversation, it's to warn other people.
With November 3rd around the corner, Manatee Election Supervisor Michael Bennett is processing up to 500 vote-by-mail request applications a day. He says about half the people are already properly signed up. He puts the blame directly on outside voting groups.
So my staff is working overtime. They're trying to solve all of these and trying to get back to people and let them know, hey, you're already registered.
Of course, we are a major battleground state. These groups might be sending this mail to you. So again, just requesting a ballot for someone else is a felony, and we are going to stay on top of this case for Mr. Wiggins.
Okay, guys, check your state laws so you know what you're doing.